Hi everybody, welcome to Sam's Doing Stuff. What am I doing today? Well, I already installed a 400 watt DIY solar kit on my barn. And one of the #1 comments I got was, I'd just get one of those portable power stations. So that's exactly what I did. So this is the first truly powerful power station I've owned. This is the OUPES Mega 2 Pro. Anyway, let's get it unboxed, see what's inside. All right, 100%, charged it up. Now I know I'm cheating. I plugged it into the wall. I used my grid power in my house to charge this. That doesn't make it equal. We'll get to that in a little bit. I want to go over a couple of things that I went through to get this to the 100% you see on the screen here. So first of all, I plugged it in, left it for several hours to charge it up. It came in the box around 62 to 65%. Charged it all the way up as far as it would go, which was 91%. And I couldn't get it to charge anymore. So well, that's not exactly right. So a little research and I discovered that, well, I should probably connect it to the app and see what's going on inside because that has a direct communication with the battery management system. So I've installed the app, which is actually called Cleanergy. C-L-E-A-N-E-R-G-Y, not OUPES. And that happens a lot. So a lot of these companies will use third-party apps to power, or not to communicate with the devices. Anyway, it's Cleanergy. So downloaded the app, signed in, all the stuff, you know, and tried to connect to it, and I couldn't connect to it. Well, there's a little button on this thing here. It's the IoT button, I think is what it says. Anyway, turn that on and then the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi start flashing on it. Try to connect to it again, couldn't connect to it. This is the part you don't have to follow along. Once you've downloaded the app and you're trying to do this, go into your settings. I have an Android phone, I'm not sure how it is for Apple, but in my settings, and then I went to my apps. So settings, then apps. I found the Cleanergy app, clicked on that, and in permissions, I had to go in, I had to enable to discover devices, #1, and I also had to enable my location. And apparently that's something common that you need to do in order to discover Bluetooth devices. So once I did that, it discovered the new device. I went into the app and I found where you could adjust the maximum charge of the battery. There's a range. You could go from like 10% to 90 is where it was defaulted. I adjusted it all the way up to 100. So now we're at 100% and we can start using this thing. Let's go over some of the features. This is the OUPES Mega 2 Pro. It's got a 2048 watt-hour Life PO4 battery, which is roughly the same storage as a 160 amp hour 12 volt lithium battery. That's very comparable to what I have in the barn. It has 2500 watt pure sine wave inverter, 2500 watt pure sine wave inverter. In the barn, I just have a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. 3600 watts of boost power, so it can handle some pretty demanding loads. It'll accept up to 1000 watts of solar. That's right. This will accept up to 1000 watts of solar energy. Pretty impressive. It has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. We went over that and how to get everything connected to it. There's also an EPS, which stands for an emergency power supply. That's one feature I'm really interested in, and we're gonna put that to the test a little bit later, so make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video. Now, if you need more runtime, you can even add expansion batteries, of course. So on paper, it's got everything I'd expect from a modern power station. Now let's see how it stacks up against the DIY solar system that I installed on my barn. So here we are down in my barn. This is the kit that I installed, the 400 watt solar kit, and it is currently working. As a matter of fact, that is one of the pluses of a solar kit that's installed on a structure. It is infrastructure. It is already there. It is constantly working. Whenever the sun is out, it's charging the batteries. Everything that's in the barn is running off of it. I don't have to remember anything because it's here. It's wired in and it's just going. When I come down here, all I have to do is turn on the lights and the lights come on, plug something in and I can charge something up, run something off of it like the refrigerator. All of the things that are in the barn that need to stay here are constantly working because all of the components are permanent. Now, everything that you see here that is permanent is in the OUPES. As a matter of fact, this OUPES Mega Pro has superior components to what I've installed in the barn. Like I said before, it's a 2500 watt pure sine wave inverter, where this one's only 2000 watts. I can take up to 1000 watts of solar charging in the OUPES Mega 2 Pro. It's definitely got more technology in it. It's certainly superior than the small components I installed in here. Now, why this OUPES Mega 2 Pro is a very good comparison is your cost is about the same. If you include the solar panels to charge this, you're right about the same price as the kit that I installed on this barn. So it's a very, very good comparison. Now, being portable, of course, is a huge plus to the Mega 2 Pro. You could take it out of here and you could put it back in, but you have to also remember to put it back in. You have to bring it down with you every time you come down. I don't know if I would want to leave it down here. It's not screwed to the wall like all these other components are. So there are a few pluses and a few minuses. I kind of feel like, why not combine the two? Remember when I said I kind of cheated by plugging the OUPES into grid power and charging it inside? See, I paid for that electricity. I paid to charge this up. So if I use this is one of these pet peeves, by the way, of mine. I'm just gonna go on a tangent here, sorry. But people call these like battery generators. They're not generators. A power station, yes, they store power and you can use power wherever you take it. But it's not a generator. It doesn't generate anything. The solar panels generate power. And that brings me to my next point. I want to be able to charge this via solar. Well, the OUPES comes with a connector with the Anderson connector, which is very important. That allows you to get that 1000 watts of charge. You can also power out with the Anderson connector. We might get into that later. I don't really have anything that I could power with the Anderson connector, but it's an option. Anyway, so I'm going to want to charge this via solar. So all I did is I put MC4 connectors on my solar lines. These are the leads that come from the solar panels on the roof, okay? They were hardwired into my MPPT controller. See, this is something you also have to be comfortable with. If you can do electrical wiring and you understand basic electric, then you might want to get into this. But if you don't have any and don't want to and you don't know, then by all means, the OUPES is a way better option. You don't have to do anything with it. Anyway, if I want to charge this off of my solar panels, I just put some MC4 connectors on the ends of my solar panel leads, and I also installed 2 of them that go into the MPPT controller on my kit that's already installed in the barn. Now, I just go male to female and female to male, and now I'm charging my kit in the barn off of the panels that are on the roof, but now I want to charge the OUPES. And in just a few seconds, I just plug in my Anderson connector with this wire that's provided with the OUPES Mega 2 Pro, and I plug male to female and female to male right here. Turn it on. Well, sorry, it's already at a 100%, but you can see this right here in the corner. That's a solar panel lit up. It's connected to solar panels. it would be charging if it weren't at 100%. So I did what I needed to do. I can now bring the Mega 2 Pro down to my barn. I can plug this in, charge it from the solar panels exactly the same way that I'm charging the kit that I installed. And because of the way I have this barn wired just through regular Romex to a standard plug, I can plug this into any of the outlets on the OUPES and I'm powering my barn. So now I have input from my solar panel. It's 100%, so it's not charging. I can run everything in this barn the way I'm running it right now for 36 hours. That's 36 hours on a 100% battery. If it brings it down some, the solar is going to maintain that 100% as best it can, depending on how the sun is. I've just replaced everything that I installed in this barn with the OUPES Mega Pro 2. So this is great. This gives me options. You know how much I love having options. I can do everything I need to do down here, run it off the batteries with the kit that's installed, or charge my Mega 2 Pro down here. I'm not cheating. I'm not paying money to charge my Mega 2 Pro. And now, once it's 100% off of solar, I can take it wherever I want. And this is where the Mega 2 Pro wins, hands down. I'll show you. A power outage. Now, in our house, we have a transfer switch wired up to our breaker box, and that's great. You know, if you're home, you can hook up the generator and you can power your emergency circuits. The problem we have is when we're not home, what do you worry about the most? Well, I can tell you in my house, we worry about the fridge. Yeah, we worry about the food spoiling. It happened to us. True story, we were out of town. It was right before Easter. We had the fridge full of food for Easter dinner, and the power goes out, and we lost $400 worth of food from our fridge. Yeah, that sucks big time. But with the Mega 2 Pro, you can save it. The scenario I imagine is, okay, we're going out of town, we're going on vacation. I'm gonna set the Mega 2 Pro, Mega Pro 2, Mega 2 Pro. I keep saying I don't know which way it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna set it right next to the fridge. We're gonna roll the fridge forward a little bit. I'm gonna disconnect the refrigerator from the power on the grid. I'm gonna plug the Mega 2 Pro into the same outlet. Now I'm gonna plug the power to the refrigerator into the Mega 2 Pro. The Mega 2 Pro defaults into EPS mode, so it is ready to back up your fridge as soon as the power goes off. Let's simulate a power outage. We're going to turn off the breaker to the refrigerator and see what happens. And of course, yes, the refrigerator is on. Now, how long is it going to run it? Well, this size refrigerator, from what the Mega 2 Pro can compare all the numbers, it's an estimate of somewhere between 18 to 24 hours. Of course, that varies with how many times the compressor kicks on, how often the defrost heater or the ice maker runs. Your results may vary, but that's a pretty solid estimate, 18 to 24 hours. And of course, it's gonna be at the high end of that if we're on vacation because nobody's gonna be opening the fridge. What it does give me is a lot of peace of mind to know that we can go on vacation and not worry about this anymore. All I have to do is plug in the Mega 2 Pro. So, I just go get one of those power stations. Were you guys right? Actually, you were. Absolutely. Yeah. I love my DIY solar kit that I installed in the barn. It was kind of fun to do, and I like the versatility of it. But after getting the Mega Pro 2, it's just better. It really is. It has far more capability for the same price, and it's portable. I cannot take, you could get the solar panels and hook them up just the same way I did and hook them into your Mega 2 Pro, and you're set, Leave it in the barn, make sure it's protected and locked up if you need to, and you power your barn the same way I'm powering mine. And then if you need to take it somewhere else, you disconnect it and you bring it somewhere else. Heck, you could even get two of them if you want. And if you do want to get one, of course, all of the information is going to be in the description below, along with discount codes and all that jazz. So yes, once again, you were right. The OUPES Mega 2 Pro gives me emergency power, remote monitoring, portability, everything and more that the DIY solar kit gives me on the barn, and it's about the same price once you include the solar panels. And plus, I can now charge this from the solar panels I already have installed. So I've got no argument. There's absolutely nothing I can say to make an argument against you guys. You were right, and I appreciate your comments. Of course, what I like the most isn't all of the features, it's the freedom. The power company isn't going to pay for all of your spoiled food in your fridge when the power goes out. But now, if you do this right and you invest a little bit of money, you can kind of be your own power company and stick it to the man, if you know what I mean. So, if you like this video, please hit all the buttons, hit the subscribe button. I'm taking my solar journey one step at a time. If you really want to find out where I started, I did a basic solar video that is really getting a lot of traction. I'll leave links to that right here somewhere. And just follow along the solar journey along with everything else that I'm doing to improve that barn and to make it the ultimate firewood barn. I hope you enjoyed this. Once again, hit all the buttons. That way you can be with me the next time I'm doing more stuff.